Hey, how's it going, guys? I'm Kris here with SwimRVA, just here to give you some helpful tips to be successful in swim school. Alright, so this is going to be a kind of step-by-step on how to do an effective porpoising maneuver while we're in the water, okay? So if you're practicing outside of the pool, one of the things you want to do is first get you a nice streamline. So arms are nice and straight, our hands are stacked on top of each other, and my arms are squeezing my head with my ears exposed. What I want to do in this position for the porpoise is I'm going to bend my knees down so that I can push off the bottom of the pool. Unlike our other moves where we're pushing off the wall, porpoising is practicing pushing off the bottom of the pool in case we're not anywhere near the wall. So we bend our knees and we're going to push forward and we're going to come out flat and we're going to hold our streamline for a few seconds so that we know that you can float on your stomach while holding the streamline, and that's how our porpoising will look. Alright, so the next move to practice is our back kick and glide, which is our streamline position. Again, we always keep our hands stacked on top of each other, squeezing our head, and our ears should be sticking out on the other side. Now in this position, we're going to be on our back. So we want to be looking straight up at the ceiling in our streamline position. Just like with our front kick, we want our toes pointed like we're on our tiptoes. And we're going to move our feet up and down without bending our knees this way. And we don't want to bend our heels down towards our butt to kick. We want to keep our legs nice and straight as we're kicking this way. Holding streamline, maintaining a strong stomach so that we don't sink. We don't want to try to sit down or anything like that because that'll make us sink. For kids that are struggling on this, if they keep their heels and their shoulders touching the ground and lift their butt off, that's the position that they should take while they're in the water. And that'll help them with their back glide kick. Alright, so for the next step, or for practicing for our station 3, is our seesaw. So this is going to help kids get ready for dolphin kick. And really all we're practicing is getting that body motion of moving our body in different directions as we're floating in the water, okay? So the kids can practice standing on flat land. They're going to keep their hands down by their sides. And all we're going to do is practice bending at the waist, coming forward, and then going straight. Bending and going straight. And this is eventually going to turn into our undulation for our dolphin kick. But all the kids need to do in the water is they need to be able to bend like this, keeping their legs straight and their arms down by their side, and just getting that motion back and forth, bending, getting their butt up near the top of the water, and then straightening out so that they're flat on the surface of the water again. And then I'll do dolphin kick after that one. That one might be a little goofy trying to do all that. All right, so. Well, we practice sculling. So sculling, we don't do it on a kickboard anymore just for safety. So to make it easier for the kids, we have them practice while laying flat in their float position. So we're going to have our arms out in front of us. We're not stacked like in our streamline. We can have them like Superman. And what we're going to do, so to do a proper scull, we're going to bring our hands together so our palms are showing each other. And we're going to stop till they're about 6-7 inches apart. We turn our hands so that the palms are facing away from each other, and then we push them this way. We don't want to go down all the way to our side, and we don't want our hands to clap. We literally just want to keep them a few inches apart, move them just a little bit outside our shoulders, turn our palms together and bring them in, push them out just a little bit outside our shoulders, turn again, bring them in. And the motion should be nice and smooth. And we do that for a few seconds while laying in our float position, not kicking, not sinking, and that's how we practice sculling. Alright, so the next one that we're going to go over is dolphin kick. Dolphin kick's a little bit harder to show on land, but the motion is an undulating motion. So we started our kids off with seesaw just to get them used to pushing our chest down, bending at the waist, and then coming straight up. Now what we want to be able to do in the water for our dolphin kick is we're going to push our chest down, and as our butt is back up towards the surface of the water, we're going to bend our back, and we're going to now drive our hips down and bring our shoulders up to the surface. Our legs, as we're doing that, we're going to have a nice dolphin snap where we get a little bend in our leg. Our toes are still flexed the entire time, just like when we do our normal front or back kicks. But now we're going up and down, bending our knees a little bit more than we should in our front kicks. And that undulation should go down, come up, our knees will be bent, and as our hips start to come up towards the surface, our legs are going to snap forward. As we bend our shoulders back down towards the bottom of the pool, the legs come back up, arch our back, getting our shoulders back into the surface, dropping our hips, bending the knee, and then we're going to snap our foot, trying to get that rolling motion in the water so that we can generate power with our kick both up and down. All right, guys, that's it for today. Hopefully you guys can practice this at home, and we'll see you knock it out of the ballpark at swim lessons.